What's up, everybody? Welcome to the K-Pop Kimchi Podcast, your number one podcast for girl groups with the number one fanboys. I'm your host, Justin Turnell, with my co-host, Brian Limper. And we finally did it. We made it to episode 1 of the Queendom Puzzle.
Couple days late, but that's okay.
We record on Friday.
We're running our own time schedule
Just
here.
be what it is, you know?
Yeah.
Episode 1.
Our real fans will stick around and wait for our release.
They know what's going on, where we give our very in-depth thoughts of the episodes.
And luckily for us, episode 0 was half of episode 1, like we predicted.
Yep.
Except for the last part, which was the most entertaining / shocking part of episode 0, was not how it actually happened in episode 1. Like
Imagine
always.
that.
I know,
Imagine
right?
Imagine that.
But before we talk about that, you guys can go see Tribe in Indianapolis like we are?
Who's going?
Who's going to KCON?
Who's going to KCON? Raise your hand. We are.
Hopefully. We still got to get tickets.
So which seems like it gets harder and harder every day to figure that out.
The plan is we're going to KCON.
Plan is we're going to be there. Plan is we're going to be in Indianapolis on Sunday seeing Tribe.
Yes, that too.
So, fun stuff coming up.
And everyone go to Lollapalooza and see New Jeans.
Oh, yeah, that too. And then aespa right after, or not Idol, KCON.
Technically also Idol, which we decided we're not going to, so sorry.
Not going to Chicago Idol because we can just see them 3 days later in Los Angeles.
Anybody who marked on their calendar to come meet us in Chicago
KPK.
Idol.
Hey, let me tell you right now, the
We're moving
KPK.
to KCON.
The KPK.
KPK
Discord meetup at Idol in Rosemont has been venue changed to the Staple, formerly known as the Staples Center, LA.
What is it? It's like Crypto Arena.
It's a crypto arena, which sucks. I'm calling it the Staples Center.
We're going to the Staples Center.
That's where we're gonna be instead of Rosemont. So just mark that on your calendars. A little bit of a schedule change, letting you know now.
If we ever win the lottery, we're gonna spend multi-million dollars to sponsor the Crypto Dome for 1 year and call it the KPK Thunderdome.
The KPK Thunderdome. I can't think of a better use of that money.
Like, I could set myself up for life, but I don't want to do that.
Nope. It'd be way cooler for that.
That 1 year would be the coolest 1 year ever. The Lakers play the KPK Thunderdome.
Don't know what that is, but the Lakers play here.
It's going to be sick.
Shout out to the old Staples Center.
Super hyped for KCON. They announced all the people that are going there, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, really cool lineup. I mean, pretty much everyone we want to see.
Really, we just want to see Kepler.
And Kepler's there, so that's what the main driving force to going was. Because after that, they're not going to be there.
Yeah, they're going to be gone, the next,
They got a year or something.
7 to 8 months.
Something like that, which is super sad, but watch us, go to get everything for KCON, and it's like, Kepler U.S. tour.
Or it's
farewell.
They had to call off the show. They're not going to be there.
Specifically playing in Chicago.
They're 3 tours stop in the Midwest of from Springfield, Illinois
It's
to Chicago, Illinois.
St. Louis, Springfield. For some reason, they're playing all those cities and taking selfies.
And they're also going to be posted up in Bloomington at Redbird Stadium.
Just hanging out. Yeah, that would be our luck. But yeah, getting to see Kepler will actually not feel real. So
that's going to be the best.
That's going to be pretty cool. I'm excited for it.
I'm trying to think what other cool stuff's happened. I feel like all the weeks just kind of blend together anymore, so I don't really know.
They really do. And now that the attention is kind of just focused on KCON stuff, I don't really know what else is going on.
Yeah, I don't either.
There's boy groups that are apparently coming out that we were looking at on the Walk to Music Bank. We're like, who are these guys?
Heard of.
Who are these? It's like every single time we watch it
We're saving that for a very special episode.
We're like, who are these?
But every single boy group we've never heard of in 2023.
And just give them a rank between bad or good.
That would be a fun episode to do.
Yeah, once Queendom Puzzle wraps up and concert season wraps up, it's always a nice back pocket idea. Just all right, boy group time. So we'll hit up one of those.
Well, one of us got so far. Our in-mix fan.
Oh, yeah. I'm an official Enser now. Yours will be coming in the mail,
Hopefully,
I'm sure.
eventually I will also
I'm trying to wear my regalia thing to KCON when they play. I think they play on the first day, but...
With our awesome matching...
honestly, the coolest like concept for it's just like graduation is the concept of their fandom thing. So that's really cool. Fandom things are the best.
Also, I got lucky and I bought the other half of my Temptation albums that I needed for like $15 shipped.
There you go.
So now the only thing I'm missing is the White Reborn album, and then I have one of every Pixie album that's ever been printed. Album.
Hopefully, Pixie will come back soon.
That's what I really want.
Hopefully, maybe they'll put some content out.
That's what I really want.
I don't know what they're doing, to be honest. Are they still resting from tour?
I mean, I guess they're doing some stuff. They post sometimes.
Like, I don't know. Some content would be nice, Pixie. I mean, come on now. We're here. We're ready.
I will say, being a solo stands real tough.
When your group's not quite active, neither are you.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not like... I don't know how to explain it, but
it's not like easy. The multi-stands out there.
I'm really fighting the toughest battles as the strongest soldier right now for Pixie.
That's funny.
It's not as easy as people think it is.
No, when you start paying... it's really hitting hard when you're starting to pay attention to secret number as much as you are.
It's a I don't even know. I can't even put it into words.
Slippery slope. I don't know if that's the right way to put it, but... Anyway.
Do you watch a lot of secret number content?
Yeah. I don't know.
Like an alarmingly large amount.
I'm sure we've mentioned before on one of our almost 200 episodes, we've never really liked their music.
Their music's not my favorite.
It's not that great to me. It feels like they just are like trying, but it's not there. But we recently got into some other types of videos that they have a couple of girls that host it, and that obviously led to watching more of their own content for their group. And my gosh, what a great group!
Yeah, this might be the only K-pop group we stand just strictly off the members' content.
The members being awesome
with 0% of the music involved.
Oh my gosh, that's why I was like, if they had one song that I really liked, wow, maybe one of my favorite groups ever right now. But they're awesome. So,
with that being said, stay tuned for our post Queendom secret number deep dive best group of all time breakdown episode.
All we need is one.
But no, we definitely watch a lot of secret number stuff.
Fun to
stand the group, not the music.
That's our motto, and it's really weird because that's not usually how it works, but we're really trying. There's just not any songs I'm like, wow, I really like that a lot. And we've actually said that for a while too before we actually paid attention to it.
The best I could really say is Doxa isn't the worst, and that's because I've listened to it.
Doxa grew on me
inadvertently like 500 times in the last 2 weeks. So.
Doxa grew on me a little bit to become maybe average.
It's like one of those when we were talking about the Girl Generation songs, where we heard them so many times, they're not really bad or like good. They're just kind of there.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay, it's Doxa, cool.
If they just had literally just one at this point.
We actually spent a whole day one day and we listened to like every single one of their songs, and it's just
didn't help.
Not even the B-sides.
We were literally reaching. We're like, okay, I'm sure there'll be some B-sides. We're like, all right, here we go, best secret number song. And I don't know, all the secret number fans out there, let us know what we're missing music-wise.
I think if I had to pick their best one, well, besides Docs, just because I've heard it 500 times.
Yeah.
That Doom Cheetah, that was okay.
Yeah, that was a pretty...
I wouldn't like go out of my way to listen to it, but if it came on, I'd be like, oh, hey.
It was alright. Yeah, that one was fine. That was probably the one I heard, too, when it came out. I was like, I don't instantly dislike this. It just sounds like It always sounds like they're trying to go for someone else's sound, and it's just not very good.
It's like they literally hit up a dude like, hey, you heard this Blackpink song? The guy's like, I got you, fam.
You see this Eyes One song,
Gotcha.
You see this blah, blah, blah song, and then they're just like, not that great. Not the girl's fault. So over there, they just need to...
Just switch it up a little bit so the teacher doesn't notice.
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much the Doom Cheetah was. Pretty much just like a Blackpink song.
But yeah, so there's a real update. K-Con, secret number, being a solo stands difficult.
Pixie, do something.
And pretty soon my collection of Pixie albums will be completed.
Yeah, at least that was easy.
Then, once I do that, I'm just going to have to start buying random albums and start stocking up and fill these shelves with the same albums.
I was going to say, yeah, or... take the shelf down and put the secret number up.
You're right. Is it time to take
secret
down
number corner?
My Pixie shrine to make it a secret number shrine? I do want to get the Doxa album from Secret Number because that thing's dope. It's like an old school, like
oh yeah,
CD, DVD kind of hard case.
The hard cases are always sick. But no, they look really cool, actually. And I mean, every member's great.
Speaking of buying albums, go check out Cork STL in St. Louis, Missouri.
Oh, yeah.
There are friends, partners, supporters, sponsors, buddy old pals.
Fellow K-pop fans.
We actually went and saw them last week. I think it was last week.
Mm-hmm.
And we dropped off a bunch of stuff to give out to the people in the store.
Yeah.
So shout out to them for helping promote the podcast more.
Absolutely.
They are the first K-pop store in Missouri. Maybe the Midwest. We don't know. We'll have to check the stats and info department on that.
We can kind of just, yeah.
They are Billboard certified, so all your sales you make through them count towards the girls or guys.
Going towards your faves.
Yeah, record sales in America. They also ship worldwide and have like a internet site you can go to.
Yep.
Where their like Linktree stuff with all their links and everything in the description of the episodes.
Super well done.
But yeah, they do really good pricing on pre-orders for albums, pretty much at cost. And they ship worldwide, so anybody can log on and, well, get it, and they'll help you get whatever you want. Light sticks, fan kits, albums.
Any K-pop thing you want.
Pretty much, yeah. So they also do a lot of really cool events. If you guys are ever in the area, and you guys go to do cup sleeve events or album release events. They just did one for P1 Harmony.
Yeah.
Where we're selling a bunch of signed albums by the members that they got from Hello 82, which is pretty sick.
Yeah.
And they just did a huge cup sleeve event for ATs.
Yeah, that's going on right.
And it's legit
this
a big
weekend.
thing. There's a ton of people that show up.
There's a big old line. Yeah, their social media was popping. I was seeing from all the pictures. It looked really fun.
Pretty soon we're going to get together with them and start doing some giveaways for people, maybe in store or over the podcast. We don't know yet. We'll
Definitely.
get that figured out. But yeah, go check them out. I also was telling Justin the other day, I realized that their website's called kpop or kflop.com.
Oh, yeah.
It took me forever to understand what that meant.
Tongue twister.
But yeah, I'll link all their stuff in their link tree in the description of this video. So if you want to check it out, you can go check it out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Best
shout out
K-pop
to you guys.
shop ever.
Also, if you
really
do
have
go on
anything.
their site and you follow their Instagram, they're really good about posting when they get new stuff in, or when they're doing their events, or when they're pre-ordering stuff for new things coming out.
Yeah. So if you pay attention. They're always up to date on everything, so
yeah,
you can be up to date as well.
Very true. But now for today's episode,
Queendom.
It's only 15 minutes. Ramble there for a second.
Queendom Puzzle.
Episode 1 / episode 0 into episode 1.
Stupid.
So for anybody who doesn't know about episode 0, when they were talking about stuff, it's technically the beginning of episode 1, so you can go listen to our episode last week about that.
Mm-hmm.
They basically introduced all the girls that were going to be competing in it, and a bunch of stuff, and it took a lot of time. This week, we got that. Then we got a lot more of the, what do you want to call it?
Performances?
Yeah, the little solo stage performances.
Each person is doing a stage to kind of open up the show or introduce himself more.
Because they got introduced and they got separated into tiers based off how well they've done so far in their careers.
Yeah.
So there's tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4.
Right.
And then, much like every elimination show or any contestant show we've seen, they're going to do performances or do something to get reevaluated, so the original tiers literally mean nothing at all.
Yep, and that's pretty much what they're doing now, I believe. That's
and that
what
brings
this
us
is.
to episode 1 performances.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty much there's introductions, some performances, episode 0. Then this one is performances.
It's setting up drama for this week and then next week.
This show is so dramatic. I love it.
We didn't even get all the performances this week.
We got a lot to go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We got 13
We're
performances. So we didn't even get halfway through because there's 28 girls.
They still have more than half to go. I wonder if next week's will just be a 2-hour long, and then 1 hour we'll finish the performances.
Probably.
Next hour will be... Because we got a lot of preview.
Probably.
I don't know. We'll find out next week.
So the way it works is each girl will go up and do the performance. It's cut and sliced however Mnet wants, but...
Stupid.
So I don't know if they're doing whole songs or they're literally just doing clips of songs. I don't really know. But they're going up there doing the performances one by one based off whatever random order they chose for them to be in for some reason.
Yeah.
And what happens is, as you're performing, each girl in the audience has like a clicker, and you can vote once up or down, and you vote up once if you think they're better than you, or vote down if you think they're worse than you.
Yeah.
So at the end, you have a total amount of upvotes and downvotes, and that's how they're going to determine, I guess, the new positions. I'll be honest, they didn't really say. I don't know.
Yeah, it kind of seemed like
or if they did, I missed it.
They kind of teased for this next episode what the rankings were going to mean. They're like, this is what the up-down battle goes toward.
And it's like, oh, if you won, you get to do this and go to this, and I don't know. It's
an ever-long process of figuring out where we're actually at.
And we also can never believe the ending segments of any of these. Or like what's happening, so who knows.
I mean, we'll get to it, I guess, but we literally had that during the episode of like the bait and switch of drama happening. It was like during the episode for a weird break. And then we came back, and it was like completely different.
Yeah, it's like a weird.
That was very strange.
It's like a strange, like, oh, this will happen next week. Like, it'll be terrible, and then just like continued.
But then the episode just kept going, and the things they showed, well, some of it is like literally didn't happen.
And the other one was
it's actually one of the worst Mnet editing things I've ever seen.
And then the weirdest thing I've ever seen is it showed like a part where like Dewey from Momoland was like doing really bad. And she didn't even do a performance on this week.
She didn't even go, and it was.
I was like, why did you put that in there?
That was one of the weirdest edit things I've ever seen on any of these shows.
But we're gonna go over the girls that have gone so far, what their scores were, and what they performed on the show. Because some of them did like one song, and others did like a mashup of multiple songs, or like two songs. So,
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know how long they performed in the actual thing.
Yeah,
It's like, do they do 2 3.5 minute long songs, or do they literally just do like 2 things that last like a minute and 15 seconds?
Yeah, like one chorus and then a full other song. I don't know.
So the first person up was Doa, or Chanmi from AOA.
Yeah.
And she did like a little mix-up thing of Elvis, Bingo Bangle, and Come See Me from AOA, which is, was her group she was in.
All right.
And she ended up finishing with 11 upvotes and 16 downvotes.
You know what? Not as bad as I remember. I thought it was way worse.
Yeah, so it wasn't really the only thing that killed her. Was there was like a little part where she like was gonna like take her skirt off the bottom of it and have like another outfit underneath of it, and it got kind of stuck.
Just malfunction.
And somehow, no matter how good she did, that one malfunction like gave her a ton of downvotes.
It just said the downvotes like pouring in because she couldn't get her wardrobe correct,
which is kind of weird. But
that was the first. Or no, yeah, we saw that one on the episode 0.
Yeah, we did. Then after that, it was Zoa from Weekly. And she did After School, like a little snippet of it into Rum Pum Pum by FX. And she got 16 upvotes and 11 downvotes, so better.
She did pretty well, I thought. I thought it was a pretty solid performance.
Then after that, we got Jiwoo from Triple S, who apparently is Zoa's best friend in school.
They were like high school mates.
And she did Rising by Triple S, I believe, is who sang it. And she got 7 upvotes and 20 downvotes.
She didn't do well.
I mean, her stage wasn't amazing, but I feel like it deserved more than
that
7 upvotes.
That was a really bad score.
So I'm not sure what really makes someone upvote it or downvote it, honestly. But we were talking, and I'm like, if you saw someone doing the performance strategically, if you saw them doing the performance and doing really good, you'd want to downvote them. So that way...
Yeah, you think everyone you downvote, essentially.
Honestly, you think you just downvote everybody, so that way if they upvote you, you'd
win.
Like,
lame, but strategy-wise, that would work.
Because we were watching Queendom last year.
Queendom 2.
And literally, there was groups that won because they got 1 upvote or 2 upvotes, and everyone else downvoted them.
But the upvote...
And Highland won because she, like, default got 1 upvote.
Well, but it was like, that was voting for yourself.
Yeah,
it was again like you take the aspect of, oh, I can benefit myself, so I do that, and then downvote everyone else. That's essentially what the groups were doing, and it kind of messed up that whole show.
Yeah, that was weird. They shouldn't have done that.
They shouldn't have been allowed to vote for themselves, but you could. So I mean, this is a little different, but yeah, strategy-wise.
So it's like literally everyone had at least 1 upvote, and if you got 2, you'd win because you're the only person that upvoted.
And then there's one other person in the crowd, or a team, or a group in the crowd that's like being honest. And they're like, wow, those people were better than us. So, boom, instant
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Then you won because you're the only one that got 2.
And that was like poor, what's it called?
So you got
Brave Girls.
So you got like more points, and it's like weird. Like, why? I don't know.
You shouldn't have been able to vote for yourself. But anyway, that is a good strategy because...
Just downvote everybody.
If you're downvoting everyone, 1 upvote is more than your downvote.
Yeah, I was going to say, so if everyone got all downvotes, and you got like one upvote and only 26 downvotes, you'd by default be the best because
it's one of them.
Somebody for Bora upvoted you.
Bora was the most nice person ever. But yeah, the girl from Weekly, or not Weekly, Triple S, her performance was not great.
Not a great show.
The score seemed a little brutal, but it was not very good. It wasn't a very...
It wasn't like as bad.
It wasn't like bad. It just wasn't memorable at all. Definitely one of my least favorite ones, but still, 7 out of 20 seems tough.
Next we had Jiwon from Cherry Bullet, a.k.a. Born to be the Sinner.
Oh, yeah.
And she did Gotta Go by Chungha. And it was kind of strange because the little outfit she had reminded me of like Beethoven playing the piano. So it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But she pretty much blew everyone out of the water. And she had 24 upvotes and 3 downvotes.
Yeah.
Which was deserving. And I really want to find out if those 3 downvotes were really from the Rocket Punch people. Because they're like building up this whole like Rocket Punch versus Cherry Bullet like Nugu battle for the top Nugu group were the exact same people.
The Nugu groups
Lakers Celtics rivalry thing going right now for some reason.
We're like kind of having the same name in a way. No, G1 stage was probably my favorite one.
She was really good.
It was really good.
Then you got Suyeon from Rocket Punch who did Advice by Taemin. She got 20 upvotes and 15 downvotes. And honestly, this is one of my favorite stages. It was sick. Yeah.
20 and 15?
Oh, sorry, 12 and 15, my bad.
Okay. I was going to say, I do not remember her getting 20.
Yeah, 12 upvotes, 15 downvotes.
Hers was pretty good.
Her stage was sick. It was awesome.
It's kind of like not a lot of moving. It was kind of like standing.
But hers was good. Then you had Nana from Woo-Wah who did Move by Taemin. Her stage was really good. She got 19 upvotes, 8 downvotes. I guess really if you come out like positive on votes, it's good for you.
Yeah, I feel like it... And it was weird because some people would be happy about it and some wouldn't. Yeah, Nana did a really nice job, I thought. It was cool. Her... She had like all the guy backup dancers, which was pretty cool. Who like worked with the song.
Then we had Chaeyeon, who wasn't Eyes One, now she's a soloist. And she did Talk 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 by Lee Hyori. And she got 20 upvotes and 7 downvotes. And the whole weird thing with her, I remember everyone, the only thing I've really seen about the show before we watched it was how they said that they like evil editor to make her look bad. I mean, based on what I saw, her reactions and what she was like doing and saying, even in their little like segment things, I don't think they really had to edit it too much. I wouldn't say she really looked bad. I mean, she just kind of didn't look happy.
She definitely looks like the bad guy of the show, I guess. And I guess that's like evil editing, but I'm like, I don't know.
Well, it's just like weird, because like the whole point of the thing is you want to be better than everybody else. And she even said she downvoted everybody, but even if you downvoted everybody, that's like part of the game. Like that's just like being smart, being strategic.
She definitely just didn't seem like a happy camper on the show.
But she definitely did seem like she was kind of in a...
She just seemed like she's like not in a good mood.
Bad mood.
She's like, I'm downvoting anybody at any moment.
And then we had...
Also... She did well on her score. I didn't think her thing was that good.
I didn't think it was either.
I did not think it was that good of a performance compared to other people.
And then we had Faye, or Fye. I'm pretty sure it's Faye.
Yeah.
And she's from Thailand. And she did a mixture of Hype Boy by New Jeans and her own song, Gone Girl. And she got 16 upvotes and 11 downvotes. I thought she did okay. I mean, I guess it kind of... Her rapping thing was like the first type of indie rapping we've seen on the show.
Yeah.
Because the other girls that do more mainly rap stuff didn't even go yet.
Yeah, so, it just like didn't... I don't know, like it wasn't bad, but just, I guess, like you said, the other stages weren't like that, and there was so much more like choreography and stuff. Like, she didn't really dance that much. She kind of just stood there and rapped, so...
And she's the only one, I think, that didn't have any backup dancers.
No, yeah, so she's just kind of by herself.
Because all the other ones had
like a little empty.
6 or 7 backup dancers.
Yeah, it's a little empty. Her
voice is really good.
Her cover of Hype Boy was very cool,
she's really good. Apparently she got really famous for it on Instagram.
Yeah, she like blew up, and that's like why she's here in a way, just because people loved her. But
that also comes full circle because like we said last week, they gave like little hints of who the people are.
Yeah.
And hers was Hype Boy, and then she came out. Everyone's like, "Who is this?" And then as soon as she like came on and started doing like, "Oh my gosh, that's that girl that did like the cover and was like really
cat."
Yeah, it was like really popular.
But she did well. She's got a cool look. So I'll be anxious to see how she does in the next kind of stuff we got.
So then after that, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're 7 performances in until we finally get the second performance we got from episode 0.
Crazy how that works.
I know, right? which is Rena from High Key.
Mm-hmm.
And she did Rose Blossom, which is their own song, and then Pop by Nyan. Now, it showed last week not what her score was, but she was like very disappointed in it. And so I was like, did she do good? Did she do bad? I don't know. And she ended up getting 8 upvotes and 19 downvotes, which is not good.
That's bad.
Yeah, I was going to say, that was like third lowest so far.
I don't think it was. That was a pretty brutal score.
I think the only reason she got voted down is because when she was singing the Nyan song, her voice like cracked and she didn't hit the notes right.
Yeah, that did happen.
Because everyone else was super into it until that happened. But the big thing was we saw
really bad score
last week was that, or I guess episode 0, was that Jiyeon from Weekly also did Pop by Nyan.
Yep.
And she came out and freaking did awesome and got 17 upvotes, 10 downvotes.
Yeah.
And it like showed her celebrating with her teammates, like the rest of the Weekly, because the whole freaking group's there.
Right.
And then Rena was like super, super peeved off. I mean, she was like visibly irritated and mad.
Like, this isn't evil editing. She was visibly not happy, and they showed all that again.
Like, oh, she's gonna be terrible. Like, she's so mad about what she was.
She did not look happy. She's like taking off her furry sleeves, and her facial expressions were not that of someone who was in a good mood.
The funniest thing is, there's a part where after Rena did her stage, she's like back behind the curtain and whatever, and it shows Jiyeon like running in to talk to her, but it never even shows what she said.
Yeah, no, she comes in and says like hi super loud, but then it cuts to her like in a different area, so I'm not really sure what happened there.
And they like never showed it.
Maybe they like fist fought or something for a second. I don't know. Anything could happen.
But yeah, that was like a weird rivalry thing they did, which just kind of was like a coincidence, I guess, unless they already knew what songs they were performing.
They're just like, this show's just making stuff so dramatic, and it's great. But
I just want to know, like, did they like know that they were doing the same song? Like, did they have to like fill out a card and give it to them?
What it seemed like was no.
Or it just happened to be like that?
But who knows? Yeah. But it definitely seems like they did go after or Jiyeon did go after Rena. Because it was like that. We weren't even sure if it was going to be like that on this episode, because we saw it last episode too. We were like, oh, maybe that's not even timed the same. But it was. So it's just how they planned it out.
I don't know. It's just weird to me, because they had Sooyoung going after Jiwon, and they both were talking about how they had a similar type of outfit and song style and
It really
stuff.
wasn't, though.
And then they had Nana go after Sooyoung, and they both did Taemin songs.
Yeah.
So it seems like a weird coincidence that they have all of them go right after each other when they were doing similar stuff.
Yeah, I think they know what they're. I think they know their lineup. Yeah, when they're scheduling the songs, because they're kind of coming up. They put the singer people.
Because also it's like weird that they. What is this lineup anyways? There's like no rhyme or reason to why they're putting them in this order.
No, they're just like putting kind of the similar.
Because it's not even like they want like tier 1, tier 2, like tier 3, tier 4, tier 1.
No,
like,
Taeyeon just says someone's name and that's who goes.
Because some of them were like tier 4, then another tier 4, and then it's like back to tier 2, and then tier. It's weird. It's so super random.
I'm wondering if like, because they go back and they like get with the backup dancers and like how long does that process take? Are they? I wonder if someone's like in the hole while someone else is performing. I don't know, or maybe this was literally shot over like 48 hours. Like,
yeah, I'm not sure.
We just never know the actual ins and outs of it.
So after Jiyeon, we have Wooyeon, the other member of Woo, who was there.
Oh, gosh.
And she did INVU by Taeyeon.
Her hero, Lord and Savior.
Which Taeyeon is there, and somehow... I wonder if any other girls are going to do that. Because, I mean, they've got to know she's going to be there. So
I wouldn't.
So I know, right? That's always like a kiss of death.
Unless it's like an easy one. Like, really
And she
easy.
got a 4 out of 23.
She did horrible.
Which is by far the worst. But the reason is because they said that the higher notes, she like lip synced them. She didn't even sing them.
And like, that was a brutal score. I really don't think it was like that bad. At least she like, honestly, I give her credit to just going silent instead of trying to power through and sounding like a dead bird.
Well, it's because we were watching it and there was some of them who were like, man, why is she so quiet? Like, is her mic off? Like,
yeah.
Is her mic turned off? But she like just let the backtrack do it, and she didn't sing at all.
She just didn't sing and kept performing, which, you know what? I'm going to say that's a pro move.
So the girls pretty much just were like, down vote. You can't even hit the notes. Down vote.
I mean, she got a lot of down. She did really bad score-wise. I felt bad for her because, I mean, you're doing your hero's song in front of your hero, and you kind of completely bricked it.
Shout out to Taeyeon for saying, hey, I was very impressed with that, instead of being like, that was trash.
Wooyeon is... If it wasn't Wooyeon, it might be really funny, but we love Wooyeon, so it's okay. She'll do better next time.
Then we had the Queendom 2 reigning champion, the Golden Girl, Yoram.
At least they
WJSN.
said it, too.
They did point it out, yes.
Thank God.
And she did... super hyped because she was going up. I was like, man, I hope she just does As You Wish. And what did she do? This weird 30-second intro to As You Wish.
It was like the walk-up song.
It really was.
It really was like baseball walk-up.
And then they did, or I guess she did, by Kai. And my gosh, that was so awesome.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
She deservingly got 24 upvotes and 3 downvotes.
Yeah, she got a good score.
So she did really good. I don't think anyone's really surprised by that.
Yeah, I feel like everyone's like, yeah, she's going to do really well.
And then that tied G1 for the number 1 spot.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, we had Bora from Cherry Bullet. And this is when they showed, earlier they showed like a weird, like, this could happen next week, like blah, blah, blah.
It was so weird.
And it's literally Bora like doing her song, and then it showed her like crying and like dropping her tiara on the ground like she had butter on her fingers.
Like she fell off the stage, and then she's crying backstage yelling that she can't do an elimination show ever again. It was like the most dramatic thing I've ever seen. It was like literally like biggest train wreck ever for Bora. And then, like you said earlier, showed Jui going and completely bricking whatever note. And we're like, oh gosh, we knew this was coming. And then, it just went right back to the show as normal.
Yeah, and then Bora went out and she did My Siba Ayu, a.k.a. her bread and butter, because that's the song she sings every time she does anything because of when she was on Girls Planet.
Girls Planet, yeah.
And she went out and did perfect and had like the craziest, most perfect belted vocals I've ever heard in my entire life.
It was so good.
And she got the new number 1 spot by having 24 upvotes and 2 downvotes.
Shout out to those 2 haters out there.
Yeah, I know. I wonder who that is.
Literally
Well, we know one's Cheon because she downvoted everybody.
She was a cranky Grinch the whole time.
Much like how Bora upvoted everybody.
Bora really was just
downvoted
the MVP.
Everybody.
She was the MVP of the show. But yeah, deservingly so. Bora was, I guess, the winner so far. She was so good.
It was like so good. Everybody's like, wow, I forgot that I was watching a show and it was like a theater performance. And they forgot to even vote.
They're like, I didn't even vote. She had like no votes at the end because everyone was so in awe of her beautiful singing.
Which, I mean, she did good. It was awesome.
And there was no falling down, dropping the tiara, crying about being on a elimination show.
Like literally none of that happened at all.
Yeah, it was like she saw like a weird universe of her future. And then
she changed it.
She changed it. I don't know. Maybe it's going to happen eventually, but it didn't happen now. It was so weird. It was so weird.
Then we ended this week's episode with Kay from Lovelyz opening up to Destiny.
Yeah, they're putting the big vocalist back to back.
Yeah.
She didn't really she literally like it was a classic. She sang like the first second and then they're like cut. Show's over.
Week, and everyone's super hyped. She's like, yeah, Bora's a good vocalist, but I'm the real deal.
So, yeah, she's going to sing. We still got just a lot of performances to get through.
And then we still got the other half of the girls to go.
Yep.
There's some of them that didn't even go that I forgot were there because there's so many times I didn't even show them in the show.
Yeah.
But
because there's still, like, Miru. There's still all the, 2 people from
Weekly.
Rocket Punch. Sharon still has to go.
The one girl from La Bombe that doesn't belong, like...
Yeah, that I don't know what that girl just does not look.
Jui still has to go.
Ellie has to go.
I don't know. There's still so many people.
Yeah, we still have like half the people. So I'm assuming next week's episodes are going to be pretty long because we still got to get through these intros that will probably make little to zero difference of where they're actually
or
at.
any sense at all.
All right, now we did that, and now we're starting the competition.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, guess what? You all got reevaluated, and it doesn't matter.
And because we're throwing the records out the window.
Because we're picking teams.
And we're just doing it by random.
Based off how the fans voted on the weekly vote system.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, you can vote now, so I don't know. We'll see. I guess technically the little spoiler for Jui is still up in the air because she has not gone. But let me tell you, it did not look good for her.
It did not look promising.
Which, like, we didn't want to be mean, but we kind of were like, oh, of course. Like, someone has to be the person that's not good.
I don't know, but...
Honestly...
I did learn, I was telling Justin, I did learn, disappointingly, that I guess it's like the other Queendoms and no one's actually getting eliminated.
Yeah.
They're just all performing, and every week you go on Mnet and vote for your top 7. Or who you want in the top 7. And I guess whoever gets the most votes is just going to be in the top 7, but no one actually gets eliminated from the show.
They'll just keep... And the preview for next week looked crazy with what's going on. I don't even know if I can explain it. They're like going to get separated in the groups.
Yeah, I'm not going to try to do that because it's going to be confusing.
It looks so confusing, and I'm sure even watching it will still be confused. But...
I guess that's going to answer our question, how they got the 7 groups from the weird pre-video shot things they did for... What reason? I have no idea because they're doing it right now.
I can't wait for them to tell us the second to last episode.
I was going to say, I can't wait for the 8 episodes to be 3 of them are just the intro vids, 2 of them getting separated into teams of practicing, and then the last 2 of them just performing the songs they already put out 2 weeks before the show started.
And then getting ranked on that from the live voting, and that's how we get the teams.
And then we get the top 7, and then put out one song to go on Mnet, and then that's it. The show's done.
Which, I mean, I guess they're going to tell us all this, but I really would like to know what this actual, like, Queendom Puzzle group is going to do.
If anything at all. They might literally just go do an Mnet show.
Like, you get to be on M Countdown one time.
And then it's like, all right, go back to your old groups.
But that'd be cool if they actually did put out, like, a few songs or something just for, like, why not? I mean, they literally had those 2 pre-show songs. Like, just go have those people make a couple more songs, and there you go.
I don't know.
We'll see. I mean, we voted on the app. We'll keep voting. Honestly, I thought this show was pretty great. I thought it was pretty fun.
It was pretty cool.
I thought it was fun to watch. They make it super dramatic, like they always do.
I do miss the head-to-head whole group competitions and covering other people's songs.
Yeah,
that's fun. But I also was gonna say we could say who our top people are, but there really is no point.
Not yet. We'll wait for all the...
Nobody's performances on this have really won me over. I just voted for the same 7 people, which is like the people I like the most.
Yeah.
Like, regardless of how good Miru does, I'm just going to vote for Miru on it.
Right, yeah.
And Yin.
Ooh, I'm excited for those. I just think it's funny we still have so many people to do that.
I'm just going to keep voting for Cheyenne, even though she's not there.
We're still on the first episode. We're still on episode 0, technically. Because it's just going to be in the same spot.
It's like...
Doing the same thing.
I said, it's like, man, am I going to vote for 6 people? Maybe my 1-7 vote will change to somebody random and it's not going to matter. But for the most part, I can't imagine... being blown away enough to not vote for the same people I just already liked before the show started.
Yeah, I completely agree, and I feel like a lot of people are going to do that.
That's what I'm saying.
Because
I was telling Justin earlier, it's like, at the end of the day, it's a popularity contest. It doesn't matter who does good or who doesn't. Like, people are just going to vote for who they like the most.
I mean, Bahia got second.
That's what I'm saying. And Cheyenne got first.
Cheyenne got first, so it's that's just how it is with these types of things. But I mean, Bahia got second, and people claim that she was just super talented, blah, 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 if you would have known. And then in the debut, people were like, can she dance?
I know, right?
And who said that? I don't know.
Like, Netsons are questioning about if Bahia is up to par.
I almost gave up on K-pop after seeing that. Almost cried myself to sleep. I was like, really?
I don't know. It's all those things. Like I said, like you said, Girls Planet, whatever. They literally went the whole show. All these girls were doing super great. And then... out of nowhere, just the people that they like the most just made it in the group, regardless of how good they actually did on the show.
Yeah, like the awesome people are just left in the dust.
And then it's like gone. Also, not out of the question, could also have been 100% rigged. We don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there's still time.
I mean, all the other shows were 100%
actually, I mean,
rigged,
I guess that it always will still be time because that news could come out at any moment. And
I'm not saying it was, all right? But when it comes to rigging things the way they want, Mnet is a solid 4-0. Well, so you can't get any better than that.
I'm just saying, when you've done it 100% of the time,
you got to assume that 100% of the time it's still going to be rigged.
Yeah, you know that's just like math right there. That's analytics.
Being smart.
That's just
if I won back to the lottery, if I won the lottery right now and I didn't put money on that the Girls Planet was rigged, I would put all $1 million on it that was rigged and come back a billionaire.
Literally, yes or no
with
question.
That multiplier.
Yes or no question, absolutely. So yeah, you're right. I mean, all the people are going to just vote for their same. I don't know.
So I guess the moral of the story is just vote for your favorites. Just keep voting for your favorites.
I liked it. I liked watching it today. It was fun.
It's really funny seeing the girls' reactions.
Just like that stuff is fun.
By that, I mean just Bora being the ultimate hype man.
Bora was so hype for everyone and just upvoting everyone as much as she could, which is one time, but still.
The other funny thing is how it would do like little cutaways. Yeah. It would show like the score thing and then someone voting and then it popped up, like, oh, one downvote. But when you literally don't know if they upvoted him or downvoted him.
You don't know when this vote took place technically. You don't know when. I mean, I just don't trust Mnet at all. I don't think anybody should. I mean, we literally saw Bora falling on the ground, and that didn't happen.
None of that happened. Nothing in that 10 seconds that showed us happened.
That was the most weird thing ever because it wasn't even like the end of the show. It was like a super dramatic thing that they just threw in there, and then nothing. Like, we're still watching it. Like, we didn't need this. I don't know. That was like really weird to me.
I think the only thing from that little preview that happened was her actually going to the little post office box.
Yep.
That was it.
Because she was like, I was like, when did she cry behind the which I guess it like happened another time. They just like, I like to call into question the legal ethics of Mnet's editing because
it just reminds me of
they just throw stuff all around.
First episode of Girls Planet when Eugen performed and she went in the back, she's like bawling her eyes out, like I can't believe this.
Yeah,
like something terrible happened, and then you go and show it. She's crying because she got like 100%.
She literally did perfectly fine, and like all the judges were super nice to her and said she did a great job, and she was just happy, and that was like it. It was so dumb. In this one, they did it mid-episode, and then Bora performed, and nothing happened.
It was weird.
She literally like fell on the ground and dropped her crown. I'm like, what's going on?
Like she fumbled it, like something bad happened.
I just can't be on the show anymore, and like
never have what it takes to be on a survival.
Never happened. She literally is the leading winner right now. She literally killed it. So that was weird. And then Jui, I don't know if that evil editing's gonna turn around for her because that note did not sound good.
It's kind of hard to fake that.
I don't know.
You can't fake steak.
I was gonna say, and if we've not seen anything from the girls and their up and downs, if you like mess up a vocal part or something, you get destroyed.
Oh yeah, that's an instant. It's almost like the people who were impressed in the first 10 seconds. Like, I wish I could downvote this right now.
Yeah, I don't want to jinx anything, but Jui could be going for the first 0.27 machine.
She might do it.
Except for Bora will upvote her, so 126. I don't know. If anyone's had any vocal mishap or like Wuyan not sing, just destroyed.
Oh.
Destroyed.
I will say before we're done, the one thing I'm super excited for, if they actually show it, because they never show the extra show, is they sat every girl in the room and they gave them the little result cards with the upvotes and downvotes, and they had a choice if they wanted to look at it and see who upvoted them and who downvoted them.
I love it.
To build some tension, or if they don't want to see it. Some of them said they don't want to see it, and others said they do want to see it. And the best reaction so far was Wuyan looking at hers, and she's like, "So this is why Nana told me to say no."
Yeah. And then Cheyenne saying, I supported her so much when she was singing, and she gave me a downvote.
Or it's like, she congratulated me so much, and she downvoted me.
I love it. I love the
backstab,
the tension and drama, even though Cheyenne's gone.
I think, in my opinion, though, the ones that would be very, very interesting to see, like, if you get one that's like 16 to 20 downvotes, who cares? Like, everybody downvoted you at that point,
Yeah.
But the ones that are like 2 or 3 downvotes, those are the ones I'd want to see. Like, who would like the 3
people
who downvoted?
Yeah, I want to see the people who downvoted Bora.
Because, like, if I'm going in
what did Bora do wrong in her stage?
Like, if I'm going in there and, like, I'm Doa or I'm, like, Suyeon and I've got, like, 16 or 15 downvotes, at that point, who cares? Like,
yeah.
It's not like,
these 16 haters. Like, no, maybe you just didn't do great.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. But when you're getting into, like, the ones that are, like, 3 downvotes, 7 downvotes, like, that'd be interesting to be like, okay, so who actually downvoted me? Because I was, like, so close to actually, like, being, like, good.
Like, like G1's and Bora's and Yoram's would be interesting.
Which means on G1's, now all 3 of them were the Rocket Punch girls like we thought it would be. If Cheon said she downvoted everybody.
Did she say that?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Because she only has 3. They only have 3 downvotes, and one of them would have had to been her.
Yeah,
so
and
that means 2 of them would have had to been somebody else.
That's fine because I feel like that whole Rocket Punch thing was like weird nonsense anyway.
Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure she did say that she was downvoting.
I don't remember that. I know she was downvoting other people. It's probably like Cheon, the Thai girl, and then like I don't know. It's probably like the most random people. You know what I mean? Like, why did these people downvote me? I hope. Well, they'll probably get more into that too, just to make it more dramatic. Because I actually want to see.
But also, they could not show it at all.
I want to see. I want to see the. Because you could accept the card or not accept it.
And some of them were like, I don't want to see it.
They're like, I don't want to see it. It's like, well, you had 18 downvotes, so I wouldn't either.
But also, the other thing is honestly, if you didn't see it, who cares? It's like, it doesn't affect anything.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to look at it to know who all the haters are. I don't know who downvoted Bora. Probably Kay.
We'll go back and check the tapes. I'm pretty sure Cheon said she was downvoting everybody.
Yeah.
She was also kind of just really negative.
I was going to say, I believe it. I don't remember her saying it, but I believe it because she was so grumpy and not happy the whole time. So I could easily see her being like, I'm not voting up for anyone.
And she downvoted Nana for one reason. For some reason, she's like, I feel like she didn't give it her best. I'm like...
It was kind of a weird excuse that I'm like...
Don't justify it. Just say you downvoted them.
You're kind of being, positive, but not. Like, oh, you could do so much better. I believe in you. Downvote.
This is going to push you to be better. My one downvote I gave you.
She just did not seem happy to be there. So I guess that makes sense. And also her performance. I thought she got way more upvotes than... I thought she really coasted on her Eyes One stardom on that one because she got a lot of upvotes.
Showed her in the back being mad or something about it, I don't really know why she's mad about it. It didn't really say.
She did. She got one of the best scores.
And then she came out and she was talking to girls and she's like, I'm kind of disappointed in my performance. It's way more upvotes than I expected. And I'm like, weren't you just mad you didn't get more? What are you mad about?
Yeah, no one likes that attitude. And then she's like, I was just cold before my performance. The excuses started. I don't know. She's like, I just needed a blanket before I performed.
All I'm saying is, there must have been a lot of stuff that edited out if they evil edited her into this position that she's in, because...
I want to see all the tape of her being super happy and nice. That's what I want to see compared to what we saw, because...
it's kind of hard to believe that evil edited all that.
She was, backstage looking like she was going to punch someone in the face.
She was not happy.
She was and she got great scores, so I'm not sure what. She, stormed off. I'm not sure what was going on with her. I guess someone has to be the bad guy.
I don't know. But she's not going to be there in a week anyway. So
I was going to say she leaves the show. Spoiler, not spoiler.
Yeah, because we already knew that from before the show started.
And they actually showed that in the preview. They had,
I guess whatever group she got.
One of the producers, yeah, because they're going to do groups, whatever, how we'll find out. But then the producer is like, hey, guys, she's gone. So, tough luck.
But, it's a pretty cool first
I thought it was fun. I think it's a pretty fun show. It's kind of interesting to see because it's just different than what we've seen, but we still got a lot of performances left.
So I guess we'll see those
literally
next week.
Half the people next week, so tune in then for the rest of the performances, and we'll actually get into whatever they're doing.
Hopefully.
Oh, yeah. You never know. But, that does it this week. Queendom Puzzle episode 1 in the books. I don't know how many episodes this is total, but
I don't either.
We got episode 2 next week, and we'll see you then. I'm JT's Fall Girl. We're at the K-Pop Kings Podcast. We love you guys. Peace.
Later.
Snap, snap, snap. From the front to the back, sit 따뜻한 we go. Snap, snap, snap. From the ground to the top, let me see you play it back. Fill it up, fill it up, fill it up. Bottom up, hold it up, hold it up, hold it up. Do the night, shake it, shake it, shake it. 잘 들어. From the front to the back, 열은 내게 맞췄어. Let me see the pop, pop, pop.